Welcome back to The Explainer. If you are gearing up for your Cambridge Computer Science and IT exams, you are in exactly the right place. I am absolutely thrilled to guide you through today's masterclass. We are going to completely decode the Cambridge syllabus, specifically zeroing in on section 14.8, which covers satellite communication systems. We're talking GPS, global mapping, surveillance, and telecommunications. But listen, whether you're taking syllabus code 0417, 0478, 2210, 9618, or 9626, the strategy we are unpacking today applies to you. Today, we aren't just looking at the tech facts. No, we are going to act like paleontologists. Think about it. When a paleontologist finds a fossil, they don't just smash it with a hammer. They carefully dig through the layers of dirt, brushing away the debris to reconstruct the full, perfect skeleton. That is exactly what we are going to do with these complex exam questions. We are going to dig through the question parts, decode the command words, and reconstruct the ultimate full-mark answer. To do this, I want you to picture two students sitting in the exam hall right now. Let's call them Alex and Sam. We are going to follow their journey today, and by the end, you'll see exactly how to avoid their mistakes and secure top-tier grades.
So let's start with the elephant in the room. Why do smart, prepared students consistently lose easy marks on section 14.8? It is incredibly frustrating to watch. Let's look at our two students. First, there's Alex. Alex is a walking encyclopedia. Alex knows exactly how a GPS satellite triangulates a position using atomic clocks orbiting at precisely 20,000 kilometers. So, when a question pops up about GPS, Alex overloads the paper with raw memorized computer science facts. Paragraph after paragraph of pure technical data. But guess what? Zero analysis. The examiner's red pen just slashes through it. Then we have Sam. Sam is racing against the clock. Sam rushes, scans the prompt, spots the word surveillance, and immediately starts writing a generic list of privacy concerns, completely missing the specific command wording requirements at the start of the question. Side by side, Alex and Sam's papers are just covered in red ink. Why? Because they are missing what the examiners are actually assessing. They are treating the exam like a trivia quiz, not an analytical exercise.
So, the crucial point is right here on the screen. This is an insider secret, a direct quote straight from the principal examiner reports. It says, candidates referencing cross-topic connections achieve significantly higher marks. What does that actually mean for you? It means you literally cannot look at a surveillance question in isolation. You have to connect it. If the question is about satellite data, you need to seamlessly weave in data privacy or network infrastructure or whatever specific context the prompt gave you. Examiners want to see that you understand the entire interconnected architecture of computer science. It's like a giant puzzle. Alex and Sam are just dropping isolated puzzle pieces onto the desk and expecting the examiner to put them together. But to get the marks, you have to lock those pieces together yourself. You have to build the whole shebang.
To get you out of the red ink and into the top tier, here is our study guide map for today. First, unlocking core principles. Second, the procedural framework. Third, mastering critical analysis. And finally, top examiner warnings.
Okay, let's jump right into Section 1, Unlocking Core Principles. We are going to call this the crawl phase. Now, real quick, before we continue, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Ace the Exams, at acetheexams_IGCS to excel in your Cambridge examinations. Click that subscribe button and hit the bell icon right now. Okay, let's get into the theoretical architecture. If you don't have a rock-solid foundation, you absolutely cannot build those high-scoring evaluative arguments later. This theoretical architecture rests on a few key things, and this is where we bring in our strategy. Have you heard of the Peel framework? Point, evidence, explanation, link. This is your holy grail. But before you even write your point, you have to decode the command word. The principal examiner reports have a massive alert for us. Candidates constantly confuse key terminology. If the command word is describe, you are painting a picture with words. If it's evaluate, you are weighing the pros and cons and giving a justified conclusion. Alex completely ignored the command words, and that's why the raw facts didn't score. You must define your terms clearly. Tell the examiner, I know exactly what this is. Once you've defined the tech, you can use the Peel framework to establish causal relationships. How a change in satellite latency directly impacts a real-time global mapping application, for example.
Building on those definitions and the command words, your core conceptual framework needs to rely on three main pillars. First, systematic analysis. This means you approach the problem logically. You don't just vomit information onto the page, you structure it. Second, evidence-based reasoning. This is the evidence and explanation in your Peel structure. You aren't just giving a personal opinion on surveillance, you are backing it up with hard technical computer science facts extracted straight from the scenario. And third, strict causal relationships. This is the link. You have to show the examiner the exact cause and effect. If a signal bounces off a geostationary satellite, what is the resulting delay, and how does that affect the user on the ground? Connect the dots.
Moving on to Section 2, the procedural framework. This is the walk phase.
Now that we've mastered the crawl, let's look at how technical methodology actually earns you what we call method marks. These are the highly coveted points awarded just for showing your processing steps, and this brilliantly illustrates how top students structure their computer science answers. We are looking at a standardized sequence. First, identify the key elements in the scenario. Next, apply the relevant principles. This is your command word decoding. Third, execute your analysis with clear working. Fourth, verify your results. And fifth, present them in the format requested. Now imagine Alex and Sam's papers again. We are going to do a live rewrite. The red pen marks are about to transform into green check marks. Instead of Alex writing a giant, messy block of text about satellite orbits, we apply this sequence. We write one clear point. We provide evidence from the syllabus. We explain how it works, and we link it back to the question. Boom, green check mark.
I literally cannot emphasize this enough. The process is just as important as the final answer. Your clear working is what secures those method marks. Let's introduce the Computer Science Success Blueprint. The blueprint says that even if you make a slight calculation error on a bandwidth question or misinterpret a minor detail about a GPS coordinate at the very end, if your structured processing journey is clear, if the examiner can see your Peel structure and your logical steps, they will still reward you. Show them your thought process. Make your brilliant reasoning entirely visible on the page. Don't hide your genius in your head.
To execute that methodology successfully, you really need to hone your data interpretation skills. Often, these 14.8 questions throw complex texts or data tables at you. Maybe it's a chart showing signal ranges, latency times, or bandwidth capacities for different satellite types. You have to quickly scan, extract the core trend, accurately interpret the relationship between those data points, and draw concrete conclusions. It's like being a digital detective. The clues are literally sitting right there in the table. You just have to piece them together logically to form your evidence. Stop scrolling. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Ace the Exams, at Ace the Exams IGCSE, to excel in your Cambridge examinations. We've helped thousands of students improve by 2 to 3 grade boundaries. Join them right now by subscribing to at Ace the Exams IGCSE and turn on all notifications so you never miss our weekly exam strategy sessions.
All right, let's shift gears into Section 3, Mastering Critical Analysis. We are officially in the run phase now.
This is where the top grades are forged. We are kicking off our interactive workshop right now. This all comes down to the critical difference between descriptive and evaluative answers. A descriptive answer just lists facts. It's what Alex did. Alex wrote, GPS uses satellites to find your location. Okay, true, but incredibly basic. An evaluative answer, on the other hand, compares approaches, evaluates alternatives, and provides justified recommendations. It says, while GPS provides high accuracy for global mapping, it has severe limitations in urban canyons due to line-of-sight issues, making an alternative approach, like combining GPS with cellular triangulation, more effective for urban surveillance. Do you see the difference? Now I want you to look at the screen and play Find the Flaw. If I give you a paragraph that just says, satellites are used for surveillance because they are high up in the sky and can see everything, where is the flaw? The flaw is that it's entirely descriptive. It earns 0 evaluation marks. It completely ignores the complexities of resolution, weather interference, and data latency.
Whenever you are asked to evaluate a satellite communication scenario, you must run it through these 4 critical analysis pillars. We're going to do a speed writing challenge right now. Imagine a 30-second timer on the screen. You need to write one perfect Peel paragraph. First, identify the limitations. What are the flaws in the network? Maybe the satellite connection is prone to high latency. Second, reveal the assumptions. Is the scenario assuming uninterrupted power? Third, explore alternatives. Would a fiber optic cable be better for this specific data transfer than a satellite? And finally, measure the ultimate effect to draw your conclusions. If you hit all 4 of these pillars in an extended response, you are basically forcing the examiner to give you top marks. Time's up. If you structured your answer around these pillars, you absolutely nailed it.
Finally, Section 4, Top Examiner Warnings. Let's make sure we aren't falling into any last-minute traps.
We've built up your incredible evaluative arguments, but now we need to put up the guardrails so you don't sabotage your own brilliant work. Here is the final system, the cheat sheet recap. The 3 rules that guarantee top marks are command word decoding, Peel framework application, and your time management matrix. But even with those, students make these top 3 self-sabotaging mistakes. Number 1,
forgetting to include the proper format. If the command word says, write a report, and you write bullet points, you lose marks. Period. Number 2, failing to check the final presentation. Sam rushed and had terrible handwriting and no paragraph breaks. A sloppy answer hides a brilliant mind. And number 3, the absolute biggest one, providing answers that ignore the specific context given. If the question is about surveillance for a remote wildlife reserve, do not give a generic answer about urban traffic monitoring. Apply your technology directly to the lions and elephants in the scenario.
I want to leave you with this provocative thought as you study for your next past paper. Are you just memorizing definitions like Alex, or are you actually building a systematic, evaluative argument? Don't just collect the technical facts, learn how to assemble them like that paleontologist reconstructing a masterpiece. Use the precise definitions, follow the Peel methodology, evaluate the evidence critically, and always answer within the context provided. Students who implement these computer science strategies see an average improvement of 2 grade boundaries, but only if they practice consistently with our weekly videos. Here's your final reminder. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Ace the Exams, at acetheexams_IGCS to excel in your Cambridge examinations. Subscribe right now to @acetheexams_IGCS and click that bell. Don't let another exam pass you by. Drop a comment below with your target grade for computer science and the biggest challenge you're facing. Our team responds to every comment. Like and share this video with a study partner. Ace the Exams, your Cambridge success starts here. Keep evaluating, keep analyzing, and I'll catch you in the next one.